No. Yeah, nobody's watching it because the thing's not.
Hello.
Yes, say hello to the ghosts watching us sit here in the lobby in Rocket League.
Hello. Hopefully we don't run into issues like we did yesterday.
Alright. Got the post put in there. Make it public. Sorry, Friends Plus. And tag Jackie, Carmen, and Katie. Alright, we are live. We are live. We don't have any viewers yet, but fuck it, we are live. So, hopefully this works today better than it did yesterday. We're gonna basically start from scratch, like we didn't fuck up yesterday at all.
Yesterday sucked.
Yeah, yesterday sucked. There's some network problems apparently, and I don't know what the fuck ended up really happening, but we couldn't get chat working for very long, and eventually we just gave up. So hopefully today is a bit better. One of the things that we didn't really ever do, and it's something that okay, sorry, everybody. I love Kevin Smith. I love his podcast. I love his movies. I love his stuff. So I'm emulating him a bit here when we do this kind of stuff. But we didn't really announce. No. We're not going to talk about sucking cock. We're going to tell people who the fuck we are in the first place. So I'm Jake, and the other voice, that's Jason, or Hile, if you will.
Poi up
For those of you who are from Marinette. So at least you know like whose voice is whose, because of course we're not really talking. You're on Jake's camera here on the car. We've got a viewer. Welcome to the show, viewer. Jake's on the car here, and Hile is the other guy. So at least you can sort of try to follow along. So yesterday we tried to get started talking about Civil War, and we did, and the video's up if you want to go see what part one is like, but we're going to start over because...
We're not on too many tangents.
Well, no, there's no such thing as too many tangents, really, but we're going to start over again, because I assume that whoever's watching is probably didn't watch yesterday anyway, but anyway, so you saw Civil War Sunday. Yesterday was Monday, so Monday. Yeah, you went and saw it on Sunday. I saw it the week before you did, and so
yeah, for some reason they had it back afterwards, and
actually
Europe got to see it before America.
Most of the movies now are coming out in
America got to see Captain America last. Explain that one.
Yeah, well,
thanks, Obama. I know it makes absolutely no sense.
They've been doing this for a while. With movies and stuff, is they, for whatever reason, they now come out in Europe usually a week before. It's been on average a week before they come out in the States. So I got to see it a week before you did, because I live in Germany, and that means I rock.
Even though your music videos over there are crazy, they're weird.
Well, yeah, that's true. So I went and saw it a week before. I've been waiting because I am not a big fan of spoilers, so I've been waiting to talk to it, and I know you sometimes don't give a shit, but what'd you think? I mean, in all in all.
Overall, like we doing a scale or just thoughts or what? What are we trying to do here?
It just riff. I mean, it doesn't matter. We don't have any kind of agenda.
I thought it was awesome. I loved it. I'm gonna
Shit.
channel my inner Deadpool. Good shot, Jake.
Fuck.
Good shot.
Thanks,
Yes. I'm gonna
thanks.
channel my inner Deadpool and give shit to Marvel. It's almost like they couldn't afford more characters, you know. But no, for seeing how it was pretty much a 5-on-5 battle, I thought it was pretty good. They kind of threw crossbones in it there at the beginning of the movie. It's like,
I was really disappointed, actually. You know, crossbones is far more used in the comics. So crossbones has been around for a long time in the comics. I was really looking forward to utilizing his character more. And don't get me wrong, I fucking loved Civil War. It was really, really good. But I was like, oh man, he's dead already? That sort of sucks. I mean, yeah, he's been in a movie before this, but...
He is the wrestling equivalent of a jobber. He became a jobber.
A jobber?
Yep. He's just there to...
The fuck is a jobber?
They're just there to make the good guys look good and move the story along. You know?
So he's basically this Captain America movie's version of Bartrock the Leaper, who was played by George Rush St. Pierre in Winter Soldier.
He's pretty much a cannon fodder. He's just there to... he's going to... I didn't think they were going to kill him.
Yeah, I didn't. That's what I was sort of getting at. I was like... I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming, so that was sort of surprising. But I was like...
But usually they don't show people dying on screen.
Well, that too. But I guess
I take from College Humor's Batman. You know, they fight me and they get really tired and they're just sleepy.
They're just sleeping. Nice shot.
And then they wake up with an erection, and I call it the bat signal. But no, like they killed him off right away. I was like, oh shit, okay.
I mean, it wasn't right away, right? It's probably, I guess, 15 minutes into the movie or something like that. So yeah, I mean, in a 2.5-hour movie, it's right away. Right away, but it was a badass fight. It was a really badass fight too. But I guess that means that they're not going to be doing the storyline of shit.
Sin?
Yeah, Sin.
Red Skull's daughter? Yeah. Seeing how they don't even have... They have Baron Zemo's son, who is the main bad guy. Or, yeah, pretty much the main bad guy, I would say, in this. And he did a pretty good job. I like how it's cool when you can have a bad guy. Fuck.
Oh, sorry guys. We forgot to do this at the beginning. Big fucking spoiler alert.
Let me guess, Jackie hasn't seen it.
No, I don't care. I mean, if Jackie's online, I don't give a shit if she hasn't seen it. I mean, I think I did put on the Facebook post that we were spoiling this, but if somebody somehow randomly wandered into this from YouTube and wondering what the fuck is going on, yeah, we're spoiling the shit out of Civil War, so just be aware. Yeah, unlike Kevin Smith, I won't just continuously say spoilers, so you've been warned.
I will. Spoiler. Spoiler. Yeah, spoiler. But anyway, he did a good job for being the main bad guy who still didn't really have a big, he had a major role, but he still didn't have a lot of screen time. And he was still able to get shit done with the little amount of screen time he had. And made, Tony Stark and Thunderbolt Ross look like jackasses in the process.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and, proving Cap right. But hey, blood's thicker than water, man.
Shit!
Oh shit! Go! Anyway,
in. Aw, damn it.
But yeah, I like how at the end he's just like, "You lost." He's like, "What did I? Did I really?" No, mission accomplished. He got his mission through. My favorite part, spoiler. My favorite part is the showing of Giant Man.
I read the interview yesterday, or a comment, I guess, from Kevin Feige, who's the big cheese in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, if you aren't aware of that.
Damn it!
But he was asked why they revealed Giant Man during Civil War and not during the next Ant-Man movie. And he said, well, really, it doesn't. The Giant Man story doesn't really play a big part in the next Ant-Man story. So,
yeah,
we felt it was really, really well placed. Good. Don't stop. Yeah, that was a good thing. Stopped. He felt it was really well used here, but he actually had to really fight to get it in the movie. Because people weren't convinced.
Want to fit in the next Ant-Man movie because it's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah,
they want to fit in.
But he had to really convince the Disney folks that he should be in this movie because they thought, okay, it's a bit silly, and they're like, he's like, it's a comic book movie, guys. Shit! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Get it!
Oh my god!
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 Wow! And then we lose anyway.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh shit! Couldn't do that again if we tried. But
fuck me running.
But yeah, I straight up geeked out on that while I was in the middle. The only way I could have geeked out anymore was if I fucking yelled "fuck yeah" in the middle of the theater. But instead, I just did my.
Oh, come down! Ah, damn it! Still left.
I did my raptor scream and stuck my hand out into the air. I can't really do my high-pitched squeal anymore because my throat's too messed up. But
gargling cock
all day, every day.
I think my favorite part was probably the last fight scene with Winter Soldier and Cap versus Iron Man. After Zemo sort of spills the beans in a way that Winter Soldier actually, during one of his missions that they introduced in the beginning of the movie, he's the one who actually ends up killing Iron Man's parents. So Tony Stark finds that out, and of course he goes batshit and says basically, "You dirty rat! You killed my parents! You dirty rat!" And then he just goes apeshit. Yeah, he really doesn't. He didn't have a good relationship with his dad anyway. But
you killed my mother, you dirty rat.
She was not named Martha, by the way.
Nope. Thank God. Oh, and bravo for not. They're just like, oh hi, origin story for Spider-Man. There you go. Yep. From Queens. Got bitten. I got all this stuff. Yeah. Gotta go. But
shit. Put it in. Thank you.
I think they just quit.
I think they did too. They were tired of playing 2 games against us. So yeah, that was my favorite. I think the scene was great. I think the fight choreography was just awesome.
Spider-Man was awesome. Spider-Man was
well done.
I love how they kept referencing. I love how they kept referencing like pop culture and modern stuff.
Nerd things that Spider-Man would definitely know. That's definitely. And then I definitely liked how they. And I just realized I'm saying definitely a lot. And I really liked how they did Spider-Man. They showed him definitely showed him as a definitely showed him as a scientist. Definitely showed him.
What do you think about Kmart?
Blue light special. I know. So I like that he showed him as a geek, as a nerd, but as a scientist first and foremost. Like, I didn't get that from him in any of the other versions. The Andrew Garfield one sort of had it a little bit, but really, I mean, the Peter Parker one did
like
too. Yeah, that's
Instead
really.
Of, I need to go to my math class. My teacher's gonna kill me. Obviously, it wasn't that deep of a voice, but you get the drift.
Sure. That was a comment that Kevin Smith made too. It was basically that he doesn't sound like fucking. He doesn't sound like an adult. I thought Marissa Tomei as Aunt May was pretty good, and the chemistry between her and Tony Stark was really
awesome if she
was
said
really
you
funny.
are a smooth talker. I would have laughed my ass off.
Shit.
But
That's a Boston thing, though. This is from Queens.
I thought my cousin Vinny was from New York.
Well, that's more of a Boston.
No, my cousin Vinny was from New York.
Yeah,
He's
but
from New York. Fuck you.
Yeah, but that accent is Boston. That's totally Boston accent. And I'm fucking... Anyway. So, Spider-Man was great. Great addition, great in the fights. His quips were great. I'm great. Donald Trump is great. I'm gonna build the greatest wall ever.
I use lots of words, great words. The words I use are great.
Yeah,
great
the words, they're great words. They're great words because they come out of my great mouth. My great mouth and my great hairpiece. Because they're great.
I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking of voting for Trump, and then like I just started watching him debate, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't do it. He literally, it's like a 5th grader arguing. It's like, nope, you're a duty head. No, you're a duty head. No, you're back to duty head.
Your wife's a duty head. Your wife's a duty head. My wife is far hotter than yours will ever be. And my hands are not so tiny. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Back to the movie. I thought they absolutely nailed Black Panther.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know much about Black Panther, but I like what they did.
I've gotten some cursory experience with them from, primarily I read X-Men. So when I read the comics, I read a lot of the X-Men stuff, but a lot of the X-Men arcs cross over into Avengers world and things like that. So,
but from what I understand, isn't the power that comes, their power for Black Panther, doesn't that come from a medallion or a necklace? Is that what I heard?
No, I don't think so. I think they actually have to, if I remember correctly, and it's been a while, because when he stopped, in the comics, he stopped being the Black Panther for a while, and then I think it was like his sister or something like that takes over. She had to go do the test of the Black Panther. So they go towards somehow they go into like this trance state and have to prove themselves to the Great Panther God. I could be making all this shit up.
It's a lot like Thundercats.
Yeah, it is a lot like Thundercats.
It's a lot like Thundercats.
But if you don't pass the test, you don't get granted the power of the Black Panther. But I don't think it's tied to any talisman. I could be way wrong on there, though. Again, I've only been cursory involved with them, but...
Like, I get how, Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes can run faster than a speeding car, because, they got super soldier serum and stuff like that. But they never... I hope in the Black Panther movie they explain that a little bit better. What the fuck are you? Fuck you, Jake. You cocksucker.
God damn it. I just wanted to make sure it goes.
God damn it, Jake. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Anyway.
Just because that's how it is in the comics doesn't necessarily mean that's how it is here, but you're right. I thought it was... They don't explain that, but I don't care. I really don't care.
Like... The super strength could be like, oh yeah, it's just a suit. No, but
it wasn't, because he was falling down multiple stories and landing. I was like, hey, what's up, guys? Right.
And then like, fuck. And then he was like, I get the fighting. His fighting is better than Bucky and Cap, but...
Well, the cool thing was that...
Jake, are you serious? You saw me right there. You motherfucker.
You complain a lot.
Well,
fuck.
Stop being a motherfucker.
I am not a motherfucker.
I'm going Sammy J on you today, motherfucker.
I'm tired of these motherfucking balls in my motherfucking goal.
One of which you put in yourself.
The cool thing was, like, they did the bald chick that was with him down in the basement.
Yeah, that's the guardian, his bodyguards, pretty much.
Yep.
Who are
they are completely badass. Like they can beat the shit out of many people many times over. So it's I was like, oh cool, that's a cool shout out for that particular part of Easter egg stuff for the nerds like me.
But yeah.
One of the things, the other thing I thought was really well done was just like the fight sequences were awesome. Like when they're in the airport.
I said this the other day to my buddies here. The Daredevil series spoiled me. How their fight scenes are one shot, takes. It's like
no, they're not all one. They're not all one shot, but
no, but like they usually have it one fight scene in the season.
Right. The two key
where it's a whole.
It's
all one take.
Yeah, the two biggest fight scenes in the Daredevil episodes were both sort of single camera takes, but there's a really good series called Every Frame of Painting, I think, and I'll look it up in a second because it's an excellent series if you're really into some of the tricks of movie making and what makes a particular movie really well done. But he talks about the stunt choreography of Jackie Chan movies and how if you do it really well and it has a lot of impact on like the camera and things like that, it's when you make the cut, you don't cut at the fight scene where, like you do in like a Bourne Identity movie where you're changing the camera every 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 2 frames or 3 frames. It's sort of how they put it together, and that's really what makes the choreography, the fight scenes really good. The single camera work is really awesome as well because what makes the Daredevil fight scenes even better than just the single camera was that they're getting fucking tired. Like Daredevil is getting plumb tuckered out. Because he is fighting off a monstrous wave of people.
But like, and I don't know. That's one thing I noticed. They would cut a lot during a fight scene, and it just felt too sporadic, too ADD-ish, I guess. It's like, ooh, cut, yeah, cut. And I'm just like, okay, guys. Can I get at least, 3 punches in one scene, in one cut? Like I said, I'm spoiled by Daredevil now.
Yeah, I think most of us are. Well, some of the other good comments I heard or read about were things like, okay, so you take a villain like Purple Man in the Jessica Jones series, or you take somebody like Kingpin or any of those villains that you get to actually build on top of over a few episodes, over more time. I think considering that we saw very little of Zemo in this movie, like he was a really well done sort of villain.
Yeah.
That I can't wait to see what they do with him in the future.
Oh, don't worry. They'll probably kill him off in the first minute of, the next Avengers movie.
Well, we've got 2 years then.
I mean, what sucks is they had a really good villain in Red Skull. Problem was, what's his name? Oh my God, Hugo Weaving. Did not like it. He did not like I heard there was some strife with the director and shit. So it's like, awesome. You were a badass villain, the probably the best badass villain in Marvel Universe right now, and you're never coming back.
I don't know that I'd put Red Skull so far up there in the badass villains pantheon. As
far as in the Marvel Cinema Universe.
Yeah, in the MCU definitely is really good.
Yeah. In because everybody else, they're just kind of like, oh, yep, you're gonna last a movie. But,
well, the only one that they've really had more than one movie is Loki.
Yeah,
and the original plans for Loki, I believe, were one and done type of thing, but he so lit up the screen, and he so took ownership of that role, and he just, Tom Hiddleston made it really great.
Yeah, but I heard Tom Hiddleston say, like, "Yep, this is Ragnarok's it. That's it. I'm doing Loki anymore."
Oh yeah, I mean, eventually Tony Stark will not be in movies anymore, and eventually Cap won't be in movies anymore, and they're going to move on to somebody else. But
Captain America's easy. They can just give it to. They can either give it to Bucky or give it to Falcon.
Yeah. Well, then Bucky took it after comic spoiler alert. Cap got shot and killed, quote unquote, killed in the Civil War comics. So that's when Bucky took it over, because basically Cap said, Bucky is the only person I trust with his shield. So make him the new Captain America. Deliver him the shield and deliver the outfit to him and whatever. And he said, okay, fine, I'll be Captain America, but I'm going to be Captain America my way. But then he got killed. So Bucky got killed by Sin when the Serpent came back and spread fear and the 8 hammers around the world, which is the other thing. Like, Crossbones is one of those guys that's part of that whole Sin story. Yeah. In the comics, he was. He didn't have one of the hammers, but
didn't have a hammer.
No, he didn't have a hammer. That's right. Well, we're talking a lot more, so. So yeah, spoiler alert: Cap dies in the end of the Civil War comic series, although they,
which I figured they were going to do in the movie,
more or less
because, everybody in the world's all like, "Oh my God, you whitewash everything." Okay, this shit was written back in like the 50s and 60s, so you all need to get over it.
But yeah, I mean, I assumed that they were going to kill him too. I think that was both of our expectations going in, is that Cap would come out dead.
Yeah,
he's not dead. So that's cool.
He's now Steve Rogers' super soldier, who eventually becomes leader of S.H.I.E.L.D., but seeing how S.H.I.E.L.D.'s pretty much dead.
Well, S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah, I mean, if you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., S.H.I.E.L.D. is a underground organization that is somewhat tied into, I don't remember what the name of this made-up organization is now, so the ATCU or something like that.
Into the Inhumans movie, and now the Inhumans movie is suspended indefinitely.
Yes, it has been taken off the calendar because there are more valuable franchises such as Spider-Man to take its place. So we'll see what they end up doing with Inhumans. We're actually going to see tonight, because Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. airs tonight. Now, I won't see it until probably tomorrow, but we'll see tonight, actually, the ramifications of Civil War on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I haven't seen any kind of previews for it, but I know that there's some things in it that will impact the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. universe, just like how the reveal that Hydra was all up inside S.H.I.E.L.D.
And Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and Winter Soldier really set Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the show, into high gear. I mean, that's really the one event that made Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so much better.
Now, I read on, I think it was the IGN channel on Snapchat, there's talk of, some IGN's wondering, brought the question if they were going to cross over S.H.I.E.L.D. with the Netflix series.
Ooh.
Because with all of those characters, you don't need Daredevil. They all have daytime jobs that could actually fit into S.H.I.E.L.D. They don't need to be there as that superhero. Jessica Jones, private investigator, fucking Matt Murdock is.
Yeah, but they don't need very many. Oh, fuck. We just lost the party connection. so we'll try to get audio back. God damn it. Apparently, PlayStation Network doesn't want us spoiling Civil War, even though we've already pretty much spoiled all of it. So as soon as the next break comes in, we'll try to get the party back up together. So actually, let's see what this ball does first. Okay, I'm going to try to get the party up. Party, create party. Create party. I just got an alert that says the PlayStation Network is temporarily busy and now I can't create a party. Shit. Somebody just joined us. The party chat that we're using is broken. Apparently the PlayStation Network hasn't fixed its problems yet, and so we did manage to spoil the shit out of Civil War, but we're still discussing now some of the ramifications for Marvel Cinematic Universe and how potentially the Netflix series can cross over into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So we're going to try to get this party back up if the network lets us. And that's why the video will go away for a short moment here while we get this rolling. But the invite's sent, so see if we can get this show back together. Ah, damn it. Alright, so let's see if he's able to join. Alright, welcome back.
Shit's getting annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. The network is, it said there was, when I tried to create the party last time, the network said basically that it was unable to create the party completely. So we'll see what ends up happening then. But picking up where we left off, we're talking about the potential that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. could cross over into the Netflix universe.
Jessica Jones, she's a private investigator. Matt Murdock's a lawyer. Son of a bitch. Luke Cage is just an ass motherfucker. But, you know, they don't need to... They don't even have to come in using their abilities. Son of a bitch. I'm off to that.
Yeah, I mean, there's... But they've got to be on some kind of registry somewhere. I mean, they're big-time comics heroes, but they're small, you know, they're small section of the world type of stuff.
So, yeah, they're all located in fucking Hell's Kitchen.
Right.
So, and I wonder if, I wonder if, they'll tie in...
Ah, thanks, guy.
I wonder if they'll tie in like Spider-Man, or think about tying in Spider-Man with the Netflix thing.
Yeah, because it's. I mean, that's a very common team up. That's a very, very common team up for Spidey and Daredevil to work together. Not so much with the rest of the Defenders, but I mean, Heroes for Hire was sort of the idea that they're building, except for they're calling it the Defenders. But that's really the group that it's building with Luke Cage and Iron Fist, which is a series coming. Luke Cage is coming this year, and I think Iron Fist is coming next year.
With the guy who plays
the Prince of Flowers from Game of Thrones, Loras Tyrell.
Yeah.
I have no idea what his actor name is. What his real name is. What his actor name is. His character name is, of course, his real name, and his actor name is just the name he goes by on the streets. So, but the guy who plays Loras Tyrell is going to be Danny Rand in Iron Fist, which is pretty cool.
I'm sure somebody will complain about
they already
Iron
did.
Fist.
Too late.
I know they complained about the Ancient One.
Well, everybody knows they complain about the Ancient One. But Doctor Strange is going to be so good. Come on down. Oh.
Benedict Cumberbatch has a weird American accent. I said it. He's got a weird American accent. I don't care.
Yeah. I was trying to think of who else has had weird American accents.
And then, there's people like Jason Statham, which is like, I'm American.
Jason Statham is like, I'm not changing my voice for anybody. Go fuck yourself.
That's the funny part. He did change his voice.
For Uwe
Did you hear him in Snatch?
No. I haven't watched.
His voice in Snatch.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and listen.
Snatch.
Oh, I should. I've watched Snatch. I own Snatch on DVD, so it's at my parents' place. But yeah, it's a good movie. I haven't seen it in forever.
But listen to his voice in that. You'll realize he did change his voice. He made it deeper.
Good point. Good point. Oh, that's good. So, yeah, I mean, Civil War, I don't know if there's much else to really say. I've only seen it once. You've only seen it once. Yours is fresher in your memory than mine is, of course, too. But, I mean, just a stunning show for us from Marvel. I'm actually really curious.
They did a good job of developing every character.
Yeah, absolutely.
That needs development. They're already showing the relationship between Vision and Scarlet Witch. They're showing the Vision trying to be more human and making mistakes.
Yep.
Even though he's supposed to be this perfect sentient thing. But, yeah, you're right. Scarlet Witch. She's better, with her, ever-changing accent.
Scarlet Witch's accent. I mean, Elizabeth Olsen plays a really good Scarlet Witch, and she's probably the best. She's probably the best Olsen sort of sister that there is. The Olsen twins just got famous because they were babies that have a shit ton of money.
Soon.
They peaked way too soon.
Actually, Elizabeth. They didn't peak too soon. They both own their own or businesses in New York.
That's
fashion
true.
business, or whatever, wine and stuff.
But they were worth like
pretty well for themselves.
They were worth
they
billions.
Don't need acting.
Yeah, but they actually probably don't run their own business either. I would expect that they have somebody who's running their business for them. Their name is on the business, and their money is paying for the business. But other than that, they don't probably manage anything themselves. Now, maybe I'm giving them not enough credit. I don't care. They're the Olsen twins. Who gives a shit? But Elizabeth Olsen does a really good job, except her accent. I get that she's trying to play. Trying to play Central European, which is good. I mean, Sokovia, I would expect to be around Romania and Hungary and in that area. So that kind of Central European accent fits for the character. They probably showed it on the map at some point too, but I don't remember where they actually showed it being. So let's say it's an Eastern European country, maybe former Soviet bloc. Who knows? But the accent,
we'll say that
when it works, it works. But it doesn't work very often. It comes and goes at a whim, and it doesn't. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't kill the movie. It doesn't kill her character. It doesn't kill really anything about it. It's just one of those things that if you're paying attention,
and
you'll
they're
notice
not really
it.
Giving the Scarlet Witch they kind of changed her power a little bit. You notice?
Well, they had to, right?
Yeah, I know. But because they left that certain part out of her power repertoire, they can't really do House of M, which is sad.
But they can't do House of M anyway because they don't have M.
Hello. If they can get Spider-Man finally to the Marvel Universe, they can get the X-Men.
Now we started talking about this.
I think I saw. There's talk of how X-Men and Marvel are going to share a common universe.
I have not heard anything about that, so that would be interesting if they do.
I saw a YouTube video.
No! God damn it.
Damn it. Get the fuck out of my way, Jake!
I wasn't me this time.
Bullshit. Watch the replay.
I didn't see that, but they've also, I guess it'd be tough for me to somehow add in mutants all of a sudden into the MCU. The MCU is pretty well established now. With the Inhumans, it makes sense because they actually set off some event that says, okay, this is why people are getting powers now. Whereas now all of a sudden there's mutants that have been living in the world and apparently can do a whole crazy shit ton of shit, and somehow nobody knows about it. That's a tough sell. And I want to believe it, because I love the X-Men. Yeah, I instantly regretted taking that jump, by the way.
But you can just do a setup movie. Hey, it's Hollywood. Setup movie!
Well, the question's been regarding X-Men. So the reviews are starting to come out because Fox did a screening of Age of Apocalypse, and they lifted the whatever it's called that prevents them from actually reviewing the movie. And so I was reading that
it's not getting very good reviews.
No, the reviews are very up and down, and it seems like some of the things are good and some are bad, but
mostly what I'm hearing are people are not upset with how they portray Apocalypse, but they're upset.
They spoiled basically his, like, they really didn't utilize Apocalypse well. But then again, you know, if you think about it from the perspective of what kind of a character Apocalypse is and how much he's been built up over the years in the comics, like, it's hard to do a one-off Apocalypse and do him injustice. So I have some sympathy for them, and don't get me wrong, I'm going to be fucking seeing that movie in the theaters because, yes.
Most of the gripes about Apocalypse are probably from like people who are diehard comic book fans and they're not willing to change stuff like that.
Yeah, well, they said that some of the reviews or some of the comments that I've saw is that the movie's just sort of boring. It doesn't really have a lot of interesting things going on. So, but I don't care. I mean, I'm gonna see it. I think what's her face, Sansa Stark as Jean Grey is a good choice. A young Jean Grey. Yeah, thank you, Sophie Turner.
And now they're talking about the Dark Phoenix is going to be the next X-Men movie. It's like,
well, the next X-Men movie has been confirmed to be the 90s. So
it's going to be the Dark Phoenix.
Did they say that?
Yes, that's all I'm hearing.
Okay, I haven't heard that. I've heard it's maybe some speculation, but all I've seen is that it's confirmed to be the 90s.
But yeah, they're doing the Dark Phoenix next, and I'm just like, you know what, screw it. Why don't you just, you know, get rid of all the big fucking points in X-Men history? Screw it. Then they can't do House of M because they haven't introduced Scarlet Witch in X-Men, so they can't do House of M in there either.
They could.
But because from what I read, in this one, Magneto had a family, and they get killed because he uses his powers to save somebody working at a factory. So any potential of having his other daughter being Scarlet Witch is gone.
Yeah, but he thought his kids were killed. He thought his kids were killed in the comics too. So, but I mean,
no, like
it's
like they say like he finds his wife and daughter dead.
Okay, like, so that's how they get rid of. Yeah, but
he holds them. He holds their dying bodies in his arms. I'm pretty sure that's confirmation.
But, I mean, theoretically.
Or is this legit comic book? Nope. You think they're dead? They're not dead. They're not dead. Nope.
It could be. It could definitely be that. But they could easily give another person her powers. So if they really wanted to do House of M, they could. But the point about House of M, like what the impact of House of M, which is somewhat what they did when they did the Cure in X-Men 3, is that there are a shit ton of mutants. And really, it's been a very small selection of mutants in the movies, and it hasn't felt at any point, even in the new series, but there's a
It's almost like they didn't have enough money
mutants.
to put more characters. Sorry, I like that too. I'm just gonna throw my name out there for Cable. I'll be Cable. I don't even care if it is the one scenario you told me about, having a gay relationship with Ryan Reynolds. No homo, I'll take it.
Get there.
Coming in hot.
Get there. Oh.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Shit. But I mean, X-Men comes out in a week. I know it comes out this weekend here,
2 weeks.
and next weekend there.
Comes out around Memorial Day here.
Yeah, I think it comes out on the 18th or something here. I don't know.
I don't like this. No, you're. America's supposed to get all this shit first. Goddammit. Boo.
They are in
Boo.
English. The nice thing is they are in English.
Boo.
So I'll be seeing it when that comes out
See
here.
your poor face.
I won't spoil anything.
No shit.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah.
So, Civil War, see it. Definitely see it. See it a couple times. I probably will go see it again.
I give it 5 me's out of 5. Yeah.
May. And nobody gets that. So, what that means is it was a really fucking good movie, and you should definitely pay the money to go see it. See it in IMAX. I've heard there's actually some theaters now that are doing laser projection, IMAX laser projection with 3D, and it's a huge difference in the movie.
Kevin Smith said he went to a 4D.
Yes, he did go to a
Shit was
4D.
moving. God damn it.
I don't care about that part of it. Like
Well,
the
it
40
doesn't care
part.
about you either, Jake.
Well, there's only like a couple of theaters that do that, and none of them are in Wisconsin. But IMAX.
There's 3 in the United States. There's 3.
Okay, so New York, LA, and Milwaukee. That makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Milwaukee's the mecca of beer.
It is Mecca beer.
So why can't they get a 4D?
The U.S. Mecca of beer.
There were so many breweries there, I fucking got hammered. Just off of tours alone.
And we only went to 2 of the tours.
Yeah, then we didn't go to the whiskey one. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, man. We were in the right area. Where we ended up not eating was not too far from the distillery.
Yeah, I was already gone by the time we got to eat.
I no shit. We were bent over the
had a good
fucking
time.
table. It was a great bachelor party. We were done by 10:30.
It was a great bachelor party. You know, no boobs, but you know.
And no boobs and in bed by 10:30. But we were drunk as shit. So.
Oh, I was fucking hammered.
And I'd walked probably.
Everybody's here proud.
How many miles did we walk? We probably walked like 10 miles. So I felt like.
Probably. My feet were tired.
Well, and then there's Keek. We almost had to drag him the last half mile, but that was good. Let's see what else. What else did I hear? So yeah, I just watched the Fat Man on Batman interview with the guy who plays Jay Garrick on The Flash, and apparently I've been out of the loop a little bit because there will be a new 24 series called 24 Legacy. It's using the same idea. It's going to be similar to the 8th season where they did 12 episodes, so the events will be over 12 hours instead of 24. But it's all in real time, and none of the original cast is coming back. They're going to reboot basically the cast, but it's still in the same universe. So it's the guy who plays Jay Garrick in The Flash. He will be the new head of CTU.
He's gonna
in
give
this
his
series.
Flash O face. He's gonna give the Flash O face. Oh yeah.
I don't know if there's going to be a lot of call out for the Flash O face as the head of CTU. So Don't know. And the new Jack Bauer is the kid who played Dr. Dre in Straight Outta Compton.
Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
It's really good. The parts that I saw. When I saw it, I had just landed in the States, so I was a bit jet-lagged, and the movie started at like 8 o'clock at night. So I fell asleep a little bit during the beginning credits, but the movie was pretty good. I recommend that movie. Spoiler alert, Eazy-E dies at the end. Boom.
The fuck, you're getting all the shots. I suppose we can tell Jackie we were done spoilering.
So, we've got 2 viewers now, so somebody joined again. So, thank you to the second viewer. Anyway, yeah, we are done spoiling Civil War. We'll probably spoil some other things, depending on what we decide to talk about next. But I'm looking forward to the 24 reboot. I don't know, the guy from Straight Outta Compton. I don't know how he's going to be as an action star, but I'm planning on bringing back the kill count, and I'm actually I did.
As long as he can tell people to shut up with authority, who cares?
Oh shit! I just went down another division.
Yeah, we suck today.
Yeah, we are sucking today.
I've got a 130 ping. What do you got? What's your excuse?
I'm talking too much. So yeah, I did when I went to school.
Uncharted 4 came out today. I still need to get to Best Buy to get that.
Yeah, Uncharted 4. Heard great things about it.
Deadpool on Blu-ray.
And Deadpool, yeah. Apparently there's a giant Deadpool statue in Japan that they're touring around on flatbeds. He's doing this sexy couch laying pose.
Wow, that's going straight to the goal.
Nope. So it's been a pretty good. I mean, Marvel properties have had a pretty good year so far. Doctor Strange comes out in November.
I need to look at Marvel stock. They've got to be going up this year.
Well, it's Disney, so Marvel's owned by Disney.
Yeah, but they might have their own stock.
No, they're owned by Disney. It would be under Disney stock.
Oh, look at Disney then, bitch.
Yeah, Disney doesn't have anything going on. There aren't any Marvel movies. There aren't any Star Wars movies. Oh wait, that's not right. It's the exact
opposite. There's one that comes out on my birthday, bitch. Oh.
And I won't be seeing it.
Because you don't like Star Wars.
Because I don't give a shit about Star Wars.
Because you're a communist.
I considered seeing Episode 7 because the trailers really looked good, and I do like J.J. Abrams. I think he's a good director. I don't sort of worship the ground he walks on or anything like that, but the stuff that I've seen, like, I watched his Star Trek movies, even the Lens Flare-ish second one. Lens Flare covered second one. I saw a really good interview with him. I don't know if it was with Colbert or if it was somebody else. It could have been Jimmy Fallon, but basically his wife yelled at him for the lens flares and told him to stop.
That's funny.
She basically said, yeah. And so he's drastically cut down on his lens flares, apparently.
Hey, I did something.
How many lens flares were in Star Wars?
I don't know. I didn't even pay attention. But supposedly episode 8 is going to be pretty badass.
I heard that they're filming some in Green Bay.
Or
outside
Jackie
of Green Bay.
Shared that.
Yeah.
Jackie shared that. I think somebody said it was a hoax.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I mean, there are some great, good wooded areas in northeastern Wisconsin.
Yeah, but there's no Ewoks, so I don't know how they're going to do that.
I'm from northeastern Wisconsin.
You're not an Ewok.
I can get Harit up there. All you got to do is put him in one of those Russian winter hats and pulls off Ewok like nobody's business. Boom!
Nice shot.
Thank you.
But yeah,
That'd be fun. I mean, to have something filmed up there that's not somebody's personal, private
there's a page
release.
I follow on Facebook that does casting calls and stuff, and they were looking for stuff for Furious 8 in Georgia. Son of a bitch.
A lot of fucking shit films in Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm trying to think of what's filmed there recently. But there's a lot of stuff that films in Georgia.
Walking Dead was, and then they moved up to Virginia.
And nothing for a long time was going to be filmed in North Carolina.
Nope. That's why there's still even fucking concerts. I love that though. It's like, we're gonna boycott North Carolina. So yeah, screw your fans, dumb fucks.
There's other states.
Yeah, but what about the people who can't get out of state?
How do they get to concerts then?
The major ones are like Raleigh, Charlotte, hell, even fucking Jacksonville has a concert hall. Well, I wouldn't say it's a music hall.
Jesus Christ. I am on fire. I am just tearing it up. Are these people that bad, or am I just in the zone?
I think they're that bad, because I scored on them.
Okay. That makes more sense then.
And you know why you're doing so good, Jake? Oh, fuck. I was on the wall. You want to know why, Jake?
Why?
Because I'm not running into you. Wink, wink, Jake. Jake. Jake from State Farm.
Fuck you. You're right, we haven't run into each other in a while.
Oh, great, you said, now you're going to run into me, bitch.
Yep. See? That sort of counts. I know it's the break, but it sort of counts.
No, that doesn't count. Fucking everything just pops right in front of you. It's like, oh shit, here's the ball. Oh, how about that? I do all the hard work, and it's just like, oh, there's the ball, take it, Jake.
I didn't have a second of boost in that situation.
Nope. You didn't hit that on when you're on four wheels. You were on your bumper.
Oh, I had to jump and then a little dodge forward to get that. Ooh, that sucked. Let's see, what else is in the news? What else did I see? Did I see anything interesting? Not really.
Nope.
So you think they're going to do Dormammu in Doctor Strange?
I don't know who Mads Mikkelsen's playing.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm be curious to see what who the big bad is. But really, what I'm most curious about is okay. So Avengers 3 Part 1 comes out in 2018.
Now, no, there's talk that now they're both just going to be a standalone movie. They're both going to be.
Yeah, they're getting retitled. They're getting retitled,
yeah, I know.
but they're part of the same. Part of the same arc.
It's not going to be like Infinity Wars Part 1, Part 2. They're going to be their own standalones. So.
But I don't expect that in the first one there's going to. I mean, I expect that the first one is setting up sort of Thanos and like actually making you.
No, they've been setting up Thanos for long enough. They don't need to set up Thanos anymore.
But nobody knows who the fuck he is. They know his name, but they don't know anything about him.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
they don't know why he's so feared. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy maybe talks about it a little bit, but it's still there's still room for some building there. So I don't know that, at least in the first one,
that they're going to explode.
I don't know that in the third one that they're gonna, or that in the next Avengers movie they're actually going to face off against Thanos. I don't expect that they will.
And I believe the whole premise with Thanos is going to be moved further along in Thor Ragnarok.
Well, there's still 2 Infinity Stones to be found. I think the count's at 4. Because the Vision has one, there was the Dark Worlds one, which is the red one, there was the
Tesseract,
that's right, the Tesseract was one, and the Guardians of the Galaxy was one. So, I think there's only...
They could just easily come out and say he's got them, the other 2 or whatever.
But he doesn't, because he put the gauntlet on at the end of...
He put on a different gauntlet. Who said anything of that being the gauntlet?
That's true. There's still a gauntlet in... Yeah, but the gauntlet in Asgard didn't have any in it either.
Yeah, because they're all hidden throughout. What I'm saying.
So there's more than 2? Is that what your theory is?
Unless they're... I mean, they can't really... Well, they can do whatever the fuck they want. They're fucking Marvel. But, they can't just be like, oh yeah, he's got it now. I don't know how he got it. He just got it, you know.
Well, what's on the slate right now? I mean, we've got Doctor Strange, and the theory is that this one of the stones will be in Doctor Strange.
I haven't really heard anything about Doctor Strange, what they're trying to do. All I know is it's an origin story. Swear to God, I hope it does well, so we don't see another fucking origin story. I'm sick of origin stories.
Well, I mean, you can't. It's hard to launch a new character that you're going to build into a franchise without an origin story. But they're probably not.
They were Black Panther.
Yeah, but they're going to go back into some of his history. They have to.
Honestly, all I want in the Black Panther movie is to them explain some of his power a little bit. That's all I really want. And then a bunch of action, some badassery.
Oh, that will definitely be badassery. One of the interesting little factoids that I heard is that the language that they're speaking for Wakandan is a real African language, and the guy who plays T'Chaka, Black Panther's dad, is actually a native speaker of that language. And so he taught Chadwick Boseman the lines so that when they speak in the UN Council, that they're speaking in a real African language that they're using as a stand-in for Wakandian. The other cool thing was what was the other cool thing? There was something else that was sort of interesting about that. I forgot what it was.
Can't see.
I just got blasted. Oop, fuck.
No, I hate that because the camera angle will go and all I see is my my boost trail.
Oh. Did you change your settings again?
No.
Or are you just using a shitty boost?
We had them before.
After we tweaked them?
I had the thermal.
Oh, okay. So it's just a smoke trail. Yeah.
And it covers everything. Well, yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. That he, the guy who plays T'Chaka, taught him the language, taught Chadwick Boseman the language, or at least how to say those lines. And it's one of the languages that the Daily Show host, the fuck is his name?
Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah. It's one of the languages he speaks, and so I found a clip that was showing him talking about it on one of those BBC shows with Fry.
Stephen Fry?
Stephen Fry. And he was doing the different clicks because there's like 3 different clicks, and Stephen Fry was just basically melting. He's like, "Oh, I'm totally in love with you," and then the other panelists were also doing the same thing. It was a pretty funny clip. But I thought that was really cool because they're like, "Oh, well, instead of just making up a language, they actually like used one because this is a landlocked." It's a landlocked country in Africa, so they should be speaking something like that. Oh, that was the other thing about it. They said that the reason that they spoke, well, for lack of a better word, Wakandian in the embassy was that they figured, well, okay, Wakanda is a landlocked, isolated country, and so they think of themselves as being far better than other countries and other civilizations, which, in many aspects they are from the comic lore. They're the most technically advanced country on the planet. They're the richest country on the planet because of the reserves of vibranium. They're the only country that has vibranium. And so they're the only place you can get vibranium from in the world, and so they are rich with wealth. And they can be isolationists because they're really technically advanced, and so they don't need anything from any other country on the planet. And so they decided that they'd have them speak Wakandian in the embassy, or in the UN, because of that. Because why would they speak a language that's not their own when they're talking to each other? So that was a pretty cool little piece of lore that I learned at one of the interviews.
Nice.
I also read that they do want to try to get Deadpool into the next X-Men movie, but Bryan Singer said...
I heard that they want him to be his own little thing. They want him to be his own standalone.
They have to figure out how to do it the right way, because basically the challenge is when you add...
We do an X-Force movie.
When you add Wade Wilson to the X-Men equation, it's chaos. Right?
It's called X-Force.
Right.
Make it X-Force.
Well, they are doing an X-Force movie. They already said they're doing an X-Force movie. So there's doing an X-Force movie, they're doing Deadpool 2, X-Force, and they're also doing New Mutants. We talked about that a little bit yesterday, but we didn't really get into it. That's sort of when the audio crapped out. But, yeah, they're going to do the New Mutants. Well, it's recovered so far, so that's good. The New Mutants are really a classic team-up of mutants within the lore of the X-Men universe. And they actually come under the guidance of Cable at some point, and they become part of the Cable's squad of mutants in the comics. And so it'd be interesting to see if they mix that in there at some point as well. Shit. But the new... trying to get back in there. They did say that... oh, this is new news. Xavier will be in New Mutants. And they don't...
Patrick Stewart is talking of being in Wolverine 3. Or sorry, let's just go ahead and call it Old Man Logan. God damn. Because that ain't Wolverine 3. Because the Wolverine wasn't even Wolverine 2.
Right. So the third Wolverine movie, Patrick Stewart has said he'll be in it, and we lost the party connection again. So as soon as I get a moment, I'm going to try to reconnect the party, and we'll pick it back up again with more on the X-Men series. So let's just see if I can score the goal here. No, can't do that. Shit. We've got some interesting news here that I'm seeing that, as I said, there's Xavier will be in New Mutants. And now I'm going to do the party, so you're going to lose pictures for a little bit. but trying to make the party again as quickly as possible. The picture will come back up again in a few moments. So stay with us. If they let me create the goddamn party. Apparently, Sony heard Jason saying, "Get your shit together, Sony," and decided to cut our party chat off. So, okay, back in the game. And we have a third viewer, so welcome to the third viewer. We're having some audio difficulties right here now. The party chat function isn't working. The PlayStation Network is having some issues. We're going to try to get back up here in a second, but of course we're mid-game, so it may take a moment to get us both back in. So far we've covered Civil War. We've spoiled the shit out of it. We've discussed some things to do with what's next on Marvel's plate. We've got Doctor Strange movie coming out, I think, in November. We also have we talked a little bit about what we think may be happening in the next Avengers movies with Thanos, where the other Infinity Stones are coming from, a bit about the Gauntlet. And we just started talking about X-Men movies as well, so we're going to try to get back into the X-Men New Mutants catalog, but again, we're trying to get the party back together. So right now you're not going to see anything on the screen while we try to get the chat working again, but if you just bear with us, we'll be hopefully back in just a few moments. Oh shit. Right over the top of my head. So, and neither of us went for the ball, so that's...
Get your shit together.
Okay, we're back. So we have a third viewer now, so we're at our most viewers that we've ever had, 3. So great, thank you everybody for joining us. I was filling everybody in, and
technical difficulties.
Yeah, I was filling everybody in on what we had sort of talked about in a high level so far, and so we're talking New Mutants, and we were just talking about Xavier is.
Let's just quit this one, man. We ain't coming back.
I don't care. Let's just play. We're talking more than we're playing anyway, so who gives a shit. So we got some word that
really, fucker, you motherfucker. I told you I was gonna Sammy J you today, motherfucker.
You gonna put snakes on my motherfucking plane?
Put snakes on your motherfucking face, motherfucker. Hit that.
Ooh, snake massage. I got no boost to boost with.
You're a motherfucker.
You're a motherfucker.
And you ain't motherfucker Jones. You ain't motherfucker Jones either. Motherfucker.
And I was also trying to pull up the lineup for the New Mutants. So, because I don't remember exactly which ones are going to be in it. But the New Mutants group was sort of an attempt, not necessarily as a second string, because they've gone through a few second strings in X-Men comics, but they had a group of young mutants that they went and recruited that they wanted to try to teach and train, and more to be fighters than students. Eventually they got brought in under Cable, and they actually became a pretty well established team in the universe. So it's a nice group. Cannonball is probably the main character, the main driver in New Mutants. Cannonball. He's one of those cornpone Kansas boys, one of those good old boys from the farm fields of Kansas, and his power, as maybe the name suggests, being Cannonball, he can propel himself through the air, and while he's propelling himself, he's invulnerable to being hurt. If he's carrying somebody with him, they are also within his sort of glass shield, so he can also protect whoever he's carrying with him. So his character's been sort of a younger version of Cyclops. He's really tactically strong. But he's one of those sort of innocent kids, but he's not all, I'm not going to kill anybody. I mean, he really doesn't like to kill people, but if it's going to save him, it's going to save him. So he eventually goes on, I believe, to join the X-Force, and like I said, Cable is the one who sort of leads this, and for those of you who weren't here before, Hile has volunteered to play Cable in the next Deadpool movie.
Damn Skippy. I got the hair. I got this. Well, I need to get a little bit bigger.
Cable wears pads and stuff, and he's comic book big, so he's pretty big.
So yeah, that means I need to get bigger.
And you could play dual roles if they go down the road of Strife at some point.
Yep, I could, because I got the hair.
You'd have to wear a ridiculous outfit.
So?
You'd be like Shredder, basically, is what you'd be.
So?
Like. Strife is ridiculous.
Be better than Shredder. That should be what Shredder was, only, not Oriental.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't even watch the Turtles movie. I sort of refused to. Under principle. Because Michael Bay.
I liked it. I don't care what you say.
Was it good?
Yeah, I liked it.
That changes my mind. You are one of the few people who actually can make me change, will make me see movies that I probably wouldn't see. So,
I mean, the fact that there's CGI, and it's like, meh, but I like the fact that it is CGI because
the CGI problem, that's not really a problem. I mean, it's sort of the design was really sort of
Michael Bay probably got death threats when he says you left match. But Michael Bay probably got death threats when he said that he was going to make them aliens. That's why he pulled back on that.
Not probably. Definitely. He definitely got death threats.
So, are you in a match? Because I'm still in this one.
Yeah, it says reserved for you, and it says you're trying to join. But maybe you won't join, so you may have to go back out to the menu. Nope. Match canceled. So we'll come out to the menu and start the new game. Oh, that's good. I mean, maybe I'll check it out. I don't know if I saw it that was on here in Netflix or...
the new one comes out in June, July. It comes out this summer. But
and Krang is in it. That is nuts.
And it looks like Shredder's back and they recasted him as an actual Oriental.
Well, and it sounds like they actually have a better costume for him too. So, at least that's what I heard, is that they've improved Shredder this time around.
And they're bringing in Bebop and Rocksteady. So,
yeah,
that's a first.
That is a first. Those are classic characters too.
Toka and Razor.
Hey, not the Momo. Go, play, have fun. Master, say have fun. But maybe they'll bring back Ninja Rap. No, I said Master say, didn't they?
No.
Go to
they
the
kept
tape.
calling him Mama.
They called him Mama at the beginning, but I think when he actually said have fun, I thought it was Master say have fun. Oh, get that. Yes, good job.
Oh, I'm lagging a little bit because that definitely bounced around in the goal before it exploded on my screen. But oh shit, I'm getting disconnected. My ping is horrible.
What do you think about Stephen Amell as Casey Jones?
Stephen Amell? I think he'll do good. Yeah, you're kind of on your own on this one.
I have a hard time sort of picturing him as anything but the Arrow. Or is Green Arrow? No, he's Green Arrow. Spoiler alert,
Well,
by season 3 they start calling him Green Arrow. Oh, that's
I don't know what the fuck is happening. So I'm bouncing all over the course. So yeah.
That's alright, I got it.
But I think you'll be fine. I mean, yeah, there might be some complaint that he doesn't have long hair. Wow, this is
I don't
trippy.
give a shit that, I mean, if you've seen Arrow, you've seen what he looks like with long hair, and it does not look good.
But that's fake hair. That's not his hair.
Yeah, but he can't, I mean, he's doing Arrow, he's not gonna have long hair. But I don't, but even with the fake hair, I don't see him being able to pull off long hair. The original Casey Jones is really good. I thought that Casey Jones was awesome. What's his name?
Elias Codius.
That's what I like about you. Your obscure knowledge of things that not many people know. I don't think Elias.
I only remember that because Turtles 3, Turtle in Time is on Netflix, and I watched it the other night.
Oh, I don't think Elias Codius knows that's his name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does know, because he's been in a lot of movies, a lot of good ones.
What else has he been in?
He's a good actor. That one with Denzel Washington and John Goodman, where the guy was on an electric chair and then he could transfer bodies through touching. I forgot what it was called. It's got Denzel. I'm surprised you don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm surprised yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised I don't know that either.
He was, he ended up being the, one, oh, fuck. Yo, that's not my fault.
I missed
I'm
it
whipping
too.
around like a motherfucker.
IMDb.
But, he ended up being the bad guy in, the one with, or that one with, James Bond, Daniel Craig. His, like, everybody thought he killed his family in the fire or whatever, and he gets out of prison or the loony bin or something, and he ends up going back to the house. And you find out Elias Codius was the one who killed his family and made it look like he did it.
Huh.
I'm drawing a blank. I'm pretty sure he's been on some TV series as well.
Yeah, I think I remember him from some TV series.
Hey, my ping's only in the 200s now.
I'm pulling up the IMDb.
Of Elias Codius?
Yeah. Elias. Oh,
and then
okay.
that April O'Neil, next time I saw her after Turtles 3 was the hot teacher in Rescue Me. I think I need to see with Mrs. Turbiddy.
Mrs. Turbiddy. Oh, I love that show. I haven't seen it in forever. I keep looking for it to see if it's on.
I still haven't seen. I had the complete series. Pretty sure I do. I have to go look again.
I've got
I wanted to buy the complete
seasons,
but I think it's still on Netflix.
It's not. It's not here. I've looked.
Well, fuck you, Germany. Maybe I won't come to Germany. That's not true. If I could afford it, I'd be coming to Germany.
I hear flights are supposed to be getting cheaper. Okay.
Did you hear me like getting unexpected money too? I'll take that.
No.
We may have to back out after this one. You're gonna have to fly solo for a couple minutes.
Dogs.
Sure, we'll call it that.
Fair enough. Maybe we'll conclude after this game, and because I think we've done a couple hours of live broadcasting.
Probably.
Or we can go to Battlefield too. Doesn't matter.
We can go to Battlefield, start up a new one.
Oh, he was in. Okay, yeah, he was in a lot of shit. Hold on. He was in Shooter. He was in Zodiac. He was in house.
Yeah, he wasn't.
That's what I remember.
You're gonna have to finish this on your own, bro.
Okay, do your thing. So for the listeners that are still tuned in, we're gonna conclude this this broadcast here with, at least with Rocket League, after this game is up. If you want, I will definitely post the link to our next broadcast. We'll broadcast from Battlefield 4. So Battlefield 4 is a shooting game, and hey, they forfeited, so we win. Battlefield 4 is a shooting game, so if you want to watch us, come on back. Again, I'll post the link on Facebook here pretty shortly. But for this version of Soccer with Cars, swearing and talking bullshit, that's it for today. Thanks for coming on out, and we'll see you next time.